going over the CYL refines, we'll start with Lucina, and it is exactly what we expected. If you guys go back to our video about what the CYL 1 refines can be, we said most likely she's going to become effective against dragons. And guess what she got?
She actually got the effective against dragons.
Wait, what? You said immediately notice.
Yeah.
Immediately
But if it,
noticed the fact that it's colorful because of that.
Yeah, look at all those colors, look at all those shapes.
but they all have the red border.
No, I mean the fact that effectiveness, you know, the little extra colors in the top bar with might and range. You know, seeing all 4 breaths there.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure because we called that it was going to be effective against dragons, and it was effective
We called
against
it, but
dragons,
it's
so
like
I didn't know what you
I
wanted me
mean,
to notice because that's what we
yeah.
thought it was going to be.
I agree, this is a bro moment number 2.
I don't even know how it's a bro moment. This is exactly what we thought it would be. All right. All we said at the time was it's going to be effective against dragons. Now, I believe before it was defense +3 as well. It gets the standard HP +3 because it's a refine. And of course, the attack speed +3 to the sword, lance, axe, bow, dagger, or beast allies within 2 spaces during combat. Isn't that the same thing as before as well?
the base part is, yeah.
Base part, right. Oh, hey, Smelly.
Hey.
Thanks.
Hi, Smell.
Welcome back. 9 months. Alright, but the refine ability grants defense res +3 to sword, lance, axe, bow, dagger, or beast allies within 2 spaces during combat, and if foe initiates combat against those allies. Whoa, 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 this is the big stuff.
Yeah.
Grants special
That's the
cooldown
big
charge
stuff.
+1 per attack to those allies. That's
Yeah.
Nas C skill. What is it called again? Infantry
it's
Breath?
Infantry Breath, but this applies to all physical units, period.
Damn.
So instead of applying to infantry, it applies to any physical unit, which means this is the first time daggers, bows, flyers, and cavalry can run a breath build.
that is
Yeah.
stupid good. Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this opens up, like your Kranya, for example, can now run a breath build with Gear Skoogle.
That
Yeah.
is, oh my. And the biggest thing, it's not like, what is it? Infantry blade? Hexblade?
Yep,
It's not like that because you don't have to be adjacent. That's too. That's
it's a
such
drive.
That's
it's
a
a drive
drive.
of 3 in every stat plus the actual cooldown part.
All right, so, oh my, that is stupidly good because defense res +3, attack speed +3. Additionally, she supports your team by being the anti-dragon option.
Yep.
Dual utility, great support hero. And keep in mind, guys, you can give her drive attack, drive speed as well, so she could do more than that.
Mhm.
This is easily the ultimate drive hero in the game, then. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Oh, it's between her and Kaden. Ugh.
Caden can offer more stats and is more universal. That
Yeah.
said, this is massive potential for the right team.
I'd run them both anyways.
If
I mean, you
run
have to
the-
run both.
Oh my god. Okay, it's a shame you can't run more heroes, but like, run Kaden, run Legendary Lucina,
want-
run Legendary Azura. Oh, not Legendary Lucina. Brave
Ooh,
Lucina, Legendary Azura,
Yeah.
and of course your 2 Ether Rates heroes. Thinking in perspective of Ether Rates, and I think you have something really special. Now, if you're willing to
plus 6 in
sacrifice
every
points,
stat to 2 units.
yeah.
Hmm?
If you're willing to sacrifice points, maybe run 2 Cadence. And then you're literally untouchable.
Yeah, that would make just about any bonus. Like, you can run a Steady Breath Ether build on a Slaying Edge with DC and just go places with that.
You're just spamming out specials. You're just doing a shit ton of extra damage. Your stats are incredible. You're taking like no damage. Oh my god. Ultimate buff stacking. That
yeah.
is-
This is probably... I'd say this is better than Yato
This is.
by a pretty good margin. I mean, Yato is, again, like, this still doesn't apply to dragons, mages, healers,
off.
but that's just 3 types.
Alright, so this is all I have to say. If you don't have Brave Lucina, go get her, because that's a game-changing skill.
Can you get her?
Well, you're right!
Huh?
How do we get her?
Oh, good question.
I mean,
She's not
pretty
on a
sure the
banner
banner's
anymore.
gonna come up, but
2 of these units are pretty easy to get. Yep,
Yeah.
because most people have Lin, and everybody gets a pike.
Yeah.
Good luck with the other 2, though.
But okay, all right. what I'm saying is when she shows up next, guys, get her. If you have, this is such a great utility hero. And because she is not of legendary status, you can give her a blessing, and she's her consistent block in your team.
Someone ban Ramix for being stupid. Already said that.
All right.
Years.
The refined units always get a banner, you cuck. Oh, you are correct. We
Yeah,
are getting another
I
CYL.
said
That
that.
was gonna happen anyways.
Yeah. But I'm just saying when she shows up again, right?
Yeah,
It's-
it would be like in a few days.
It's just from the perspective of it's too bad this didn't come like a week earlier, so the new players can just like right away select her and you get something stupidly good.
Yeah, that's the only hard part. But hey, any players who started last week, you're in good spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I'm already going to say this. I don't think you're going to beat that. That is because the way I look at refines and
These are pretty good.
yeah, the way I look at refines and basically how you can improve a hero, you take what they were good at and make it even better.
Mhm.
You gave her a specialty role, anti-dragons, and you gave her an even more potent drive ability. So that is a perfect refine in my books.
I think she got the best refund by far.
Well, I wouldn't say by far, but she definitely has one of the best refines here.
Okay.
It's
but
not my favorite though.
I haven't read everything yet, though. So let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to Lin Mulliger's refine. Effective against flying foes, grants speed+3, neutralize bow, dagger, magic, da-da-da. That is a base ability. And
Yeah, I
now,
don't think that changed.
at start of combat, if unit's speed is over foe speed, grants attack speed, defense, res +4 during combat. Okay, mister, I want... Alright.
Hmm?
All those stupid Claude fans out there.
Claude still wins in speed.
I don't give a shit. They were like, you know, he's so much better because he gets +4 to everything. Get out of here.
+5.
Okay, +5 to everything. Doesn't matter. It's... Oh man.
I think
Because
you're
you gotta...
upset.
That's what I was. But that was my first thought too. Was like, Claude now has better competition again.
Yeah, it's funny because I was questioning whether Claude was better in the first place. And now it's an even harder race because it's +4 to everything, and additionally you neutralize bow, dagger, magic, or staff foe bonuses.
Yep.
And
Whereas Claude just gets +5.
just gets +5, right?
Well, rather buffs for 5, which matters.
Which matters, but yeah. But he has setup. That's the thing. This is an easy setup, just more speed.
Yeah, which I mean, Claude has 2 more speed, but plus speed Lin's already 38, 41 with Moolah gear. That's not too difficult. That
And-
said, it is at start of combat, so you gotta work visible stats, so no Swift Sparrow cheese.
But she comes with better A skill. I don't think he comes of A skill.
I don't. Does he?
I don't
think
remember anymore. It's been a while.
Scrolling. No.
Yeah, people were telling me he'd replaced Brave Lin, but I haven't. I've seen like 5 Claudes maybe since his release. So,
I mean, I fear him when I see him.
anyways, in terms of refines, that's a bit muted to be honest. +4 to every stat is big because that it works out to effectively 16 additional BST when attacking. And I'm gonna say this: it's pretty easy for her to set this up, right?
Yeah.
Consider the rest of her kit. She can bypass distant counter weapons, and she comes with Swiss Barrel, so she already has, you know, when she attacks, she has better attack and better speed anyways. And just hitting more speed isn't the most difficult thing, especially because most people picked her as their free hero. Now, new players won't get that choice, but as is, it's kind of muted, but it's a good buff.
It's like it's not the most wordy or ridiculous one here, but it's still a very solid buff. And while the defense may be a little iffy, the res I mean, to be fair, she shuts down distant counter, and then her weapon stops all physical ranged units from getting their buffs. So that defense is actually not bad. And then the res, that's 32 res out the gate, which is actually pretty good. So it's not like an all +4 is lost on some of her stats. Whereas like Claude, he only has 21 res.
And again, the easiest thing about her is that you run her with Horse Emblem. So you should have no problem having more speed than your opponent. But yeah.
Yeah. Mine's plus speed +4, so that's pretty easy.
Yeah, most people have a lot of merges. Anyways, I've I'm going to get the refine, of course. I'm just gonna say it is not as insane as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more about bypassing counterattacks.
I thought it would have been a sweep on dragons.
Yeah, I'd say hers is. It's not bad, but it's definitely.
It's the
weakest
worst of the
four.
bunch, but it's probably still very.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
people who run it, I mean, you can still argue fire sweep, you can still argue brave bow, but this is a very solid in lieu of that refine. And he's doing it.
Yeah, I like Lynn. What do you expect?
Hold on. So you have 999 stones and 666 dew.
No, not anymore, because the hero's path ruined it.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had 999 stones and 666 dew.
All right,
For
but
you.
moving on, let's go to Brave Ike. Brave
Yeah,
Ike. This is probably the most significant upgrade, just from the fact that everyone will have him.
He's my favorite of the four.
I think that this one's definitely the most entertaining.
Okay, I'm looking at that, and it reminds me. I'm looking at a symbol. I haven't read it yet. It reminds me of Brash Assault.
Eat it.
The
Kind of.
red and green arrow. All right, let's just read it. Accelerate special cooldown trigger. Special trigger cooldown count -1. If unit receives consecutive attacks, reduces damage from foe's second attack onward by 80%. Still the same.
So that's the same.
Yeah, that's still pretty good though.
Reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40%. If foe initiates combat, foe can make a follow-up attack before unit can counterattack.
It's kind of weird.
Wait.
It's an asshole effect.
It's like you get your foe
Oh.
desperation, but because of how it works,
Oh.
their second attack's reduced by 80% anyway.
So yeah, exactly. They're basically, you're always gonna get your consecutive attacks. no
Okay.
matter what.
Yep.
Hold up.
It's
This is good and bad. This is okay. Why is it good? It's good because Irvine gets screwed over when you can counterattack, right? They attack, you
Yep.
attack, and then they attack. Irvine's effect does not trigger. So before, if you wanted to use Irvine's effect, you literally had to get Ike to attack. But because he's only attacking one time, chances of him killing is pretty low, and he's still going to take a lot of damage. He's going to take 100% on the first shot and 20% on the second shot. So still not an ideal situation. What it is now, though, you reduce the first attack by 40%, and then you let them attack you again. And then the second attack's reduced by 80%. So in totality, you take 60% damage in the first one and 20% on the second one.
Yep.
The one issue is you could literally be giving them specials now, and that might get you killed. Now,
I
it's
mean,
reduced
if
by
you
80%.
counterattack, some specials are going to come up after you counterattack.
Well,
Sometimes
that's
it'll
true
actually
as
shut
well.
that down.
That's true as well. All right, so maybe it's not.
And-
Yeah.
And not to mention, you are going to reduce the damage of said specials. So
Right.
they're not
Yeah.
even,
Yeah, I know. I
because
said
80% is huge.
right. I said that too, but
Yeah.
that is such a weird thing to do.
Uh-huh.
You know, they
I
could have
know,
just.
It's so beautiful. You're an
It's-
absolute asshole. You just
It's
like,
gorgeous, and to give you a perspective on this,
Yeah.
a distant counter Brave Ike against the new Ishtar. I'm just going to throw out the numbers. Ike will live in Ishtar quad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I expect too. I've tried quadding Ike before with Owen. It took like three.
I mean, like,
3
a
strikes to
red
kill him.
mage quad. Is
Yeah.
going to
I know.
go through him.
I'm just saying because that was old school Brave Ike. We were just
Yeah.
throwing out specials at him too. Anyways, the entire point was like I know exactly how many hits he can take, but that is so funny because he's the first hero in the game to like ruin the battle order in to be honest, this is to the advantage of your opponent until you factor in his weapon. You know what I thought it could have been is like improved Irvine. Your second, like they can attack you, your first attack and your second attack. They just remove the consecutive attack thing. You know,
Ooh,
that's
so
what I thought.
It just reduces it by like 50% each attack or something like that.
Yeah, something
Probably
like
not
that.
80. That'd be too much.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it would be, but this is very different. This is the most different refine I've seen. I've never seen anything like literally change the battle order.
Yeah, like in your against you, but
Against
also
you,
in
right.
favor of you.
Right.
It's such a giving your ally desperation makes no sense, but the way it works here just makes it perfect.
Yeah, giving your foe.
It's the perfect taunt.
Yeah.
That's actually
And,
so badass too. He literally
Oh,
just
love it.
hit me. Hit me.
It's go
And
ahead,
not to
hit
mention,
me.
because he has steady breath, he'll charge up ether before by the time he's finished being hit
Yeah.
twice.
Oh shit, you're completely right about. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So chat, you want to guess where your boys Nimius's even more stones are going in a moment?
No kidding.
This is
know-
there's no way I'm not taking this.
I'm so lucky because I had one Brave Ike left.
I have,
and
yeah.
For the longest time, I didn't fodder him because I had no use for him. I was like, who am I gonna give steady breath to? Because I don't really need it. Now I'm glad I kept him.
Yeah, no kidding. And your Ivy is perfect.
I know. My speed doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. So
Actually, that's actually better because he gets doubled more often.
yes. Okay. So chat, do you know what the other thing about this is? DC now works. That's the craziest thing. A lot of people want to put DC on it, but he screws up DC.
Yeah. He can do it now.
He can do it now. Wow. That is great. Okay.
And
Yeah.
if even better, you can run him with the new Lucina Refine, and he still keeps the.
And he'll have breath.
Oh.
Yeah. He's retarded. All right.
Wait,
It's
does
amazing.
Lucina's Refine stack? It's
No.
charge plus. Yeah, it does not stack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
William's
yeah, she can give him breath. He can run DC, so it's still like you're fighting. this guy,
yeah. I see.
But now he's doing it ranged.
Right. So
Mhm.
instead of steady breath, it's DC, and then yeah, you still basically keep the steady breath. But all right, that's nice. That's crazy good.
Yeah. Needless to say, Ike definitely is. Like Sigurd does the same thing, but it only targets certain types of units. This is just universal. All units are going to get these reductions.
Yeah.
So this makes Ike probably one of the most immortal units in Heroes at this point.
Yeah. All right. All I have to say at this point is the CYL heroes, the Generation 1. We were talking about them being out of date at one point.
Mhm.
Not remotely close to the truth anymore.
No, I think these guys are going to be meta at this point.
Yeah. All right.
I think so too.
The final hero, Blazing Durando,
Oh, this
Elliewood.
one's also fun.
because Elliewood gets it too, which is so
Yeah.
funny to me. But all right. Also Legendary Roy, of course. Sorry, Brave
Yep.
Roy, of course. Grants attack +3 if unit initiates combat. Grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit and inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe attack. Whoa! They
Yeah.
added to that. It used to just be
It's
heavy
no longer
blade.
heavy blade.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
even heavy blade.
It's
It doesn't check attack.
It's basically special fighter, but for,
Yeah, it's special
Wow.
fighter
On a
without an
Cav.
HP threshold
Yeah.
on initiation.
Well, that is the biggest improvement. Lynn did not get improvement on base. Ike did not get improvement
No.
on base. Lucina got effective against dragon foes. Your Roy got the biggest improvement straight up.
I think Lynn needed an improvement in the base, but I don't know what you do to Ike to improve that base. The base is
That
all
is
good.
I still think that is one of the best bases of these guys, and that's what.
I know, but like
But now he's just better.
heavy blade in the weapon already with attack +3 was already like such a great combination. Legendary Roy's like weapon was actually kind of underrated. People didn't like fully understand it or use him that well, but it was actually underrated for in the respect of like it synergized perfectly. But now it's even much better. And additionally, if unit initiates combat, grants speed +7 and defense +10 during combat, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what now? Steady impact.
You realize his weapon got remade. The only thing he kept was attack +3.
Yep, his entire weapon is completely different.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is this significant? If you have the ability, it's not even heavy blade anymore. You just got to get attacks in, and you got it. Speed +7, and if you're worried about dying, you don't, because you got the extra 10 defense. And additionally, they can't even double you, so chances of him dying are like practically
I
non-existent.
actually just realized that it's not even a blade. It's like I said, special fighter. So
It's
he gets
special
the
fighter.
accelerated cooldown on both strikes.
He gets no matter what.
Oh, you're right. That's crazy because yeah, they attack or he attacks. It's both +1, and additionally, they can't charge this. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That might be your ideal hero for like a Cav line now, or oh my.
Like a Galeforce unit, if you
Yes,
comes with it.
Galeforce. He comes
Like he
with
just
Galeforce,
needs
yeah.
to double, and he already has Galeforce. Period.
And he's not
and it's-
slow. Speed +7 just makes it even. That's crazy.
And defense +10, plus his foe will never. So no Q
Okay. So that might just be the most ideal Galeforce hero in the game.
Mm-hmm. As
I'm
if he
so
wasn't
glad.
already.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I have a +3.
I'm so glad I have +1.
Now, before chat gets on my case about it, you can argue there's other heroes that does it better. But here's the thing: he's Cav. He moves 3 spaces. I guess Tivarn can also move 3 spaces, and he flies, and that's technically a bit better. But the fact that he moves 3 spaces does not need to beat a threshold of any kind. Prevents their specials. Prevents a follow-up attack. Speed +7. Defense +10. And of course on the base attack +3. Like, that is a shit ton of effects. That all comes together perfectly.
All an initiation, meaning that in the enemy phase,
On the what? You cut off.
he just has 19 might on a sword. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that's true. But again, Galeforce is supposed to be used offensively, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
All right.
but this is so good.
And also to do one slight correction,
Mhm.
Lynn's was changed slightly. It's not just magic units, it's range.
Oh, it's all ranged units.
Oh, you're right. It used to just be magic. Well, jeez.
Okay, I mean, it's not all units, but that's still pretty.
No,
yeah,
no.
It's
Yes,
definitely
that's-
better.
Okay.
Mhm.
Again, fuck Claude. So, there you go.
You can't.
I mean, yeah, the
Okay,
only
not
thing that
allowed to.
she's
I
screwed
know.
by is dragons, which is ironic because Mulagir is supposed to be dragons, but we'll just ignore that.
Yeah, but again, like, a lot of teams buff each other, and if you can just ignore that, I mean, it's just ranged only. But again, if you can ignore the range, taking a 1 demerit on like stat buffing is probably much better than them having their buffs. All right.
Yeah.
But with that said, ranking this, I'm sorry, I love Lynn. I love her so much, but of all the refines here, hers is by far the most muted. Everybody became godlike at their roles, except Lynn. She just got more stats.
Yep.
And a better nullification, I guess.
Which is still really good, but compared to the others here, it's like, whoa.
All right.
I mean, to be fair, she is the most meta unit here. So power is fine because she was already used.
Legion, you
but-
gotta understand this.
what?
I don't think people who have Flower Sweep are switching off Flower Sweep. I don't think people who have Brave Bow
I mean, yeah.
are switching off Brave
That's
Bow,
the
and
other
that
thing.
is the problem. Your refine is supposed to convince people to go back to their base weapon,
Yeah.
and I don't think
I
she's
guess you're right
managed to
about
do
that.
Yeah.
What is this?
All right, but yeah, to put it together, I think Lynn's last, and everyone else is a tie because I can't put one over other. If you want a Galeforce hero, there is no better option. If you want a support hero, there's no better option. And if you want a hero just to tank, there is no better. Like, legitimately, Brave Roy, Brave Ike, and Brave Lucina, they all do their roles immaculately. I cannot put one over the other. Like, it's maybe depending on for ether raids, I'll take Lucina any day. But if I wanted to tank her, like, I don't think there's anyone better than Ike. And of course, Galeforce, Roy just pulls it off perfectly. So
Roy is like the premium on defense. Lucina's premium on offense. I can kind of go either way.
yeah. All right, I don't know. Do you guys disagree?
I can't really. I pretty much agree. Mulagir is the most meh of these. Still great, but the most meh. And the other three are absolutely fantastic at fixing their roles. Though
I'd
I
hate
will-
to face all 4 in a team.
the forwarding team because you
Yeah.
have 2 horses in there, so you can run horse buffs. And then you have the other two. Oh, and not to
Yeah.
mention that Lucina gives everybody that buff. So if you want to think about it, Lynn can have a breath build.
Yeah.
But that goes back to what this is, because technically, if you run all 4 of these heroes together, you have a fantastic team, which is what a lot of people noticed when they first got released together. Remember, fighting them in story was so stupid. In the first year, you're like, you actually could lose that. I remember losing.
Yep.
But yeah, chat, in terms of your CYL refines, I gotta say, for the most part, I love Lynn. She's my favorite Fire Emblem character. Without her, I wouldn't be even caring about Fire Emblem, to be honest. But outside of her, everybody I have absolutely adored their refines. Perfect is what I would even go as far as saying.